What is going on YouTube? Old Shaman here. Today I'm going to be doing my manga haul for the months of December and January. I know you guys have been waiting anxiously to see what I've purchased for the month of both December and January. Let's just start off the video getting right into it. Some of the stuff that I decided to do in order to kind of showcase a few of these awesome manga volumes that we have here. We got some Bleach, Zombie Powder, Naruto, Dragon Ball Super, Gantz, as well as One Piece. And let me tell you, I know from the normal setup that I usually do, I usually have my face in the camera. But today I decided, you know what, why not kind of style the video up a little bit. Anyways, let's go ahead and start the video off on a strong high note. We have is Dragon Ball Super Volume 2. Boy, am I loving Dragon Ball Super. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I know a lot of people have a lot of thoughts and feelings about the series, regardless of whether or not you've watched the anime or read the manga. The manga is definitively better, in my opinion, than the anime. If you guys are wanting to get that Dragon Ball fix, this is definitely your answer right here. Dragon Ball Super Volume 2, really good stuff. Cannot wait for Volume 3, which we'll be waiting a little bit for, but that is okay because right now we are catching up with the anime as well as the English dub is currently also being caught up with. So, happy to say that Dragon Ball Super is on a high note. Unfortunately, it is getting an ending in March, which, you know, we don't know if it'll be the official ending of Dragon Ball Super, but it will be the, basically the broadcasting ending for it. So, unfortunately that sucks, but what are you going to do? Next is, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Volume 5 of Stardust Crusaders. This is a brilliant release, and if you guys have not gotten on board with the JoJo hype, I don't know what you're doing. Go out and purchase these JoJonian volumes, because who knows if Viz is going to continue to reprint these, because these are very valuable quality releases, in my opinion. For a Viz volume, as well as for a 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 or 2.5 in one, however many volumes that this covers, is highly recommended that you guys get on board with these, because compared to the single volumes, there is no comparison. These are just really good releases, so highly recommend that you guys go and check this out. Really good stuff. Okay, making way with some of the other shonen titles that we have acquired, I went ahead and continued to collect Ultimate Muscle, which is, you know, some people might find to be astounding or crazy that I have acquired this many volumes of Ultimate Muscle. I don't think it is. I think, honestly, you know, it's all hype. It's all hype. So definitely glad that I decided to finish collecting Ultimate Muscle. So here we have is a couple of more volumes. We have volumes 20, 21, and then also 22. These are going to be in no particular order. In fact, they're going to be out of order just because I organized it wrong. Whatever, who cares? It's Ultimate Muscle hype, and that's what really matters most. We have volumes 11 and 14, followed by 15, and then also 16, and then making way with volumes 17 and 18. We're still going with the Ultimate Muscle hype here, guys. Look at this. Bam, volumes 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. And the final volume, volume 29. Look at that fucking gorgeous cover, man. That is how you end a battle shonen right there. And then also, forgot to mention, but I also have volume 19 of that as well. Also managed to snag the first, well, I shouldn't say first, but all of Rurouni Kenshin. We have volumes 1 all the way up to basically 28. So that is the complete collection of Rurouni Kenshin. I basically went on a limb with this series. I know zero things about Rurouni Kenshin, other than, of course, the recent controversy with the author of the series, or the mangaka of the series, which is unfortunate, but I'm able to separate the author from the story that he's created, and I feel other people should as well. It's unfortunate, as much as the circumstances are, but that doesn't mean Rurouni Kenshin is going to be a bad series by any stretch whatsoever. So I look forward to reading this series. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully it was a well investment. I actually only paid, I think, $40 for this lot on eBay. A guy was just selling it for a no bid, just selling it, and I put in an offer. He originally had the listing for $80, but I put in $40 and he accepted it. So I was like, wow, okay, well, this guy was probably just desperate to get rid of it. So I snagged it for that price. So hopefully it turns out okay. But yeah, Rurouni Kenshin volumes 1 through 28. Alright, so now that we have all that hype out of the way, what is some of the other stuff that I decided to pick up for this month? Well, first off, we have the finished collection of Blade of the Immortal. That is right, Blade of the Immortal. All the singles are complete. What I had set out to do a long time ago was to complete Blade of the Immortal in the singles before Dark Horse and their shitty business practices decided to print those fucking omnibuses. Now, I'm not a fan of omnibuses or 3-in-1s per se. Really the few exceptions would be the Neon Genesis Evangelion volumes and of course the JoJo Neon volumes. But the Blade of the Immortal volumes in the singles do it 10 times more justice for the series. So, what do we got here? We got volume 27. Yes, that's right, volume 27. This volume in particular is super out of print. Good luck ever finding that. Volume 28. Volume 29, probably one of my favorite covers in the series, hands down, Beyond Good and Evil. Highly, highly, highly love this volume. Like, this is probably one of my favorites in the entire series. We have Volume 30, Vigilance, and finally, we have Volume 31, the final curtain, the conclusion to Blade of the Immortal, an awesome masterpiece created by basically probably one of my favorite mangakas of all time. Blade of the Immortal, I am willing to say that it is probably my all-time favorite manga series of all time. I mean, that's just how much I love this series at the moment. It is just a real wonder and masterpiece that I'm glad I was able to finish, and really glad, hopefully going to be doing a review on it. I don't know when, but it will be done sometime, hopefully this year. And finally, this is probably the grand motherlode of my manga haul, which is out-of-print series. Now, normally, I don't like to collect out-of-print series because ultimately what ends up happening is that you end up forking over all of your funds for your collection, and you can't actually get a hold of the volumes that relatively quickly. So I decided to handpick a series that I wanted to get into for quite some time, but is ridiculously out of print. And by ridiculous, I mean every single volume of this series is out of print and it goes for over $50 relatively on eBay. Now, not to say that you can't find good deals, which I did. So here we have is Mushishi. Now, this series, like I said, is ridiculously out of print. And judging by the volume quality of this first volume, I had to settle for a volume that was starting to yellow. Pages are actually in good shape, but the actual binding of this is starting to kind of yellow a little bit. Now, this was a Del Rey series. This was before they were sort of liquidated and combined with Kodansha before. Now, Kodansha always existed with Del Rey, but it was sort of a separate part of the company. Now Kodansha sort of acts on its own entity, meaning that they sort of print their own manga, and they took all the assets that Del Rey had as their manga licenses and decided to liquidate as well as publish some of the series that they were continuing. So Air Gear, Fairy Tail, Rave Master, that sort of thing. So we have Volume 1 here. Got a good deal on that one. That was one of the steel volumes that I had received. Volume 2. This I paid $20 for. Now you're probably thinking $20 is crazy, but this volume easily goes for $50 on eBay. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is probably one of the more expensive volumes of Mushishi. Then we have Volume 3. Beautiful covers. The artwork is fantastic. I actually think the artwork of this manga beats the animation, which the animation is also well done and just amazing with the music as well as the style that each episode has individually. Really cool stuff. Volume 4 And finally, probably the most expensive volume that I have here is Volume 5. Now, I've watched the anime, enjoyed the hell out of it. I expect the same experience with the manga, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, that is pretty much my manga haul for the month of December and January. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If not, you know, oh well, sorry guys. I failed to impress, I'm sorry. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this quick little manga haul video. I did say Ultimate Muscle Review is going to be coming out soon. That is the next review that I'm working on. And then also going to try and do Blade of the Immortal. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, you know, don't like and subscribe if you don't want to. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting manga. And as always, peace out.